what's going on, you guys? Your boy Chaim Samuels here, and I was very much debating whether I should make a video reviewing this special, but it seems like everybody's talking about it. I might as well throw my 2 cents into the mix. Before I go on and talking about what I thought about his special, I'll give you guys some ideas of what I think about Dave Chappelle in general. He's one of the greatest comedians of all time, in my opinion. Definitely one of my favorite, definitely in my top 5. I think his earlier specials are better than the newer stuff I think that is coming out now, but that doesn't mean that I don't like a lot of the newer stuff. That I really like Equanimity, the Bird Revelation. I like both of those specials. I think Equanimity I really liked. I thought it was his, I think, best special on Netflix so far. And we'll talk about what I think about Sticks and Stones, but I think his earlier work is better, but I think they're some of the greatest specials of all time. I think it's so hard to really compare because those specials are so good that even though I really like the stuff that he's coming out with now, those specials are just untouchable. Some of the best, I think. So what do I think about Sticks and Stones? It seems to be you either fall into one of two categories. Either you really like this special, you think it's one of the best specials out there, it was so raw and edgy, or you think that it was so played out, it was just offensive to be offensive, and or you just felt it was just offensive and you didn't like it. And I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Not that I think it's offensive at all. Like I particularly don't care. I think it's comedy. Comedy is comedy. You get up there, you say jokes on stage. I'm not particularly offended by anything in this special. I think comedians getting up on stage and doing comedy, I'm not offended by any of it. But I didn't particularly think it was his best special. I actually think it was one of his weaker specials to come out. And which is really interesting because it seems like if you're not offended, then you think it was an amazing special. And I didn't particularly think it was that great of a special. Not that I didn't like it, not that I didn't even think it was funny. There were some really funny and great parts. I actually really like where he's kind of making fun of white people and heroin. He talks about Michael Jackson. My God, he goes full offensive. But I think that's kind of what this special was. It was kind of him getting frustrated with people that were coming at him, and you can definitely tell he's frustrated and annoyed with a lot of those people. And I do like that, actually. I do like the fact that, and I did, as I said before, even if I didn't particularly love some of the stuff that he put out, I still think there's some type of value. That's how great Dave Chappelle is, I think, as a comedian. Even though if I didn't particularly like a joke or like a lot of the stuff that was in the actual special, I still felt like there was some value that I got from the special. That's how great of a comedian I think he is. And that's kind of the way I felt about the special. It was really fascinating to see Dave Chappelle go this raw, go this edgy, just go this offensive, just to be offensive. But I think that's a little bit why I didn't particularly like it so much, because I think sometimes he does just go to be offensive, which again, I don't mind, and I don't even think it's that played out, because I think it's really funny to see Dave Chappelle not give a fuck this much, but at the same time, I didn't particularly find it to be one of his best specials. As I said before, I guess I'm somewhere in the middle. But I heard somebody say this, and I really like this. It seems like everybody who likes his special says this line. Listen, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I still liked his special. And I heard somebody say, guys, these aren't his actual opinions. He's a comedian. He makes jokes. He's not a political correspondent. He's a comedian. You're not supposed to agree. He doesn't agree with most of the stuff he's saying. And I really like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's comedy. Guys, he's not a political correspondent. He's a comedian. He got up on stage and said some jokes. I don't think people should be rallying with him or against him. You just go and like the special. And I think the fact that this has gotten so controversial, I don't even understand why. I don't even really understand why this is controversial. I've heard specials that are actually way more offensive. Listen to some of Louis C.K. stuff. Listen to Daniel Tosh. I mean, way more offensive. And so I don't quite understand. I think people look at Dave Chappelle as somebody who has has a voice, and it has a big voice in the political world, I guess. And the fact that he's saying a lot of this stuff, people are actually listening to what he's saying. He actually does have a big voice, and people are actually listening and wondering what he's going to say. But I think that just means that he's that great of a comedian. You know, I think that he's had such a big influence. The fact that he's talking about certain things in such a way really does kind of make it, show how incredible and amazing and how big of an influence and big of a reach that this guy has had. So overall, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was a bad special. I didn't particularly think it was an incredible special, but I think my biases toward Dave Chappelle is that he's such a good comedian. Even if I didn't love the special, I still really liked the fact that I saw it and got some type of value. So if I would give this like a 3.5 of a special. I thought it was decent. I enjoyed it. Just didn't think it was his best. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. And if you want to check out more of my stuff, hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be coming out with content at least once a week. Sketches, maybe reviews, my stand-up clips and stuff like that. And if you want to see more of what I do, not particularly stand-up, I have another channel called Meth Rogan, where I'm putting out reaction videos, and I'm going to start putting out music also. You can check that out down below in the description, and go to my Instagram and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys, because you deserve it.